until you get to that point where you understand the difference between what a project costs and what you are worth, you will not be able to really ask for what can transform your life. So your business will be, your project will be worth a particular amount, and there is an amount that the person giving you the project is willing to pay. If that amount does not equal to what you are worth, in the excess of what the project costs, you will end up in loss. So that means you have to put things together to be rest assured that after this project, I am covered. And that's where it gets interesting. So I was telling him in the afternoon about a project that we just concluded. Somebody called me, the project we went to check together. Yeah. When they came and they said they wanted to do this and that, I know this requirement was different from a normal geophysical survey that we normally do. So I asked them further, what are you guys really trying to do with this? Why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? And then they brought their total requirement, what they want to achieve. I gave them a price. And they said, this is too high. Like, according to them, which I don't want to believe is entirely true, but since I'm not there, I can't also doubt them. The price I gave them was about 11x of what they got the project for, according to them. At least that particular part of the project. What I was asking for was 11x of what they collected the project for. And so we started talking, and they were like, it cannot work because of this, because of that. First off, that amount they mentioned cannot finish the project, even without profits, and I decide to execute the project for them anyways. That amount they said they got it for cannot finish the project. That's one. I'm not into charity presently, charity organization. Wow. So if I work, I should be paid. Of course. And so I told them, okay, the first time we're negotiating, I was speaking with some of the engineers. I don't know what position they hold in the company. I guess the thing got serious. They liked what I wanted to do for them, but the price was the problem. So eventually, they had to give my contact to their MD, who called. He just called, told me his name. This is the MD of a company. That's the way he said it. This is the MD of a company speaking to you. I said, okay. He now said, your price is too much for what we want to do. And this is the beginning of a lot of projects that we're going to do together. So why don't you take some minutes and reconsider this price? And then let's see what we're going to do. I consider that. It was a good project. I would like to do again and again with them. So after like 2 minutes, I called back. It's a strategy because you don't make certain decisions on the spot so that it doesn't look as though it was always there already. Because if you do that, it can price you cheap. So you delay certain responses for the sake of what you stand to gain. So after like 35 minutes, I called back. Well done, sir. So yeah, I see what you want to do, but really, this is the least I can do it for. And if it goes below this level, I can tell you that whoever is doing it is not doing a proper job. And he said, but this price is way too much. He mentioned the amount they wrote for that particular part of the project, and how much I'm asking for is about 11x. And I said, okay, that's what I can do for now. And it's like, there's nothing they can do that is way too much for what they wrote. I said, okay, that's just what we can do. And then we ended the call. I was in between, should I let this man go or should I convince him a little? But I know that my price was not going to go below that point. So I called him. Hello, well done. Yes, I just have to say this because I'm on my way to another site presently. And I have to say this to you. Actually, I was on my way to site. I have to say this to you that that's the price we can do it for you. We really cannot bring it down. But there is only one assurance you get from here. If you do it the way we have listed it out for you to be done, it is the only way you avoid double payment. That is, once we do this for you, it covers for every other thing that you're supposed to do, that every other person are supposed to come and do, so that you don't have to pay twice. But then he said, but then, how much are you going to do now? So, well, I've tried to beat the price down, and that's the best and the least I can do. And he said, okay. We ended the call. I didn't call him back. He didn't call me back. So, no story, nothing. I was on that side where I was going when one of his engineers called back. So, what are the terms of payment now? I say, okay, now we're talking. So, I gave them terms of payment. They saw something they want me to make adjustment to. I made adjustment. I told them, if you're ready, your work can start tomorrow. And immediately, you pay 70% of the money.
Wow.
So if I'd been begging them or bringing down my prices, they would have thought that they have more options, or they could have even gotten it for a cheaper price. But what I did was to take them away from the price and take them to what they stand to gain. Everybody is always looking out for what they stand to gain. So I took them to that point and then let them see that at this point, from their fear to what they stand to gain and the solution that we offer. And today that job is done. That job is within a week, basically. Wasn't it last week we were there?
No,
It was last week Monday or so. Last week
Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Last week Monday. Okay. I went there on Saturday to check. We concluded prices on Sunday. Yes, I think we did the. Okay, I went there on Saturday. We negotiated on Monday. It was Tuesday we were there. So it was on Monday that I was on that site. So by the time we were done, all of them liked it. I gave them the report even though they did not read. I was surprised, but I will not talk about that part today. I was surprised that engineers don't read. Who does that? But it's okay. So we went there, did the job, they have the report, and today the complete payment has been made. I'm happy, they're happy. So if I've been doubting what I could deliver, I wouldn't have the mind to ask for what I'm asking. So I'm saying that to say that in your negotiation, you have to come to a point where you give yourself permission to ask for what you actually want. Demand it. This is what it costs, and it cannot go lower. And if you do that again and again, the first one may fail, the second one may fail, but by the time you start to do it the third, fourth time, your work, your voice, your confidence begin to speak for you. Interesting enough, there is a lot of a part of this project, in fact, major part of this project that I've not done before. But then the confidence was there, telling them, are you okay? So the part of it that I was doing for the first time, but the confidence was there, telling them that There is nobody, not here, that can deliver something better than I will deliver for them. And that if they go anywhere, that's the best price they could get anywhere. And the job is done. We're happy. They're happy, I'm happy. They pay me, I pay them. I pay them the service, they pay for the service. So it makes sense. I'm simply saying that it costs what it costs. Whatever amount it takes you to execute a project, that's what it costs. But you don't just work based on what a project costs. Because you are part of that project, so you have to put your worth on that project. And if you put your worth on that project, there is an amount equivalent to that your worth that you are placing on that project that you are supposed to demand. Right? And if you do that, it automatically filters out people that cannot understand your worth, people that cannot take your worth, people that cannot pay for it. And if you do that successfully and you demand what you are worth, one thing that happens is you begin to become an authority in that particular space. So people around that area know that the things you do are specifically for the best of results. And if you deliver like that and you ask for your value, everybody is happy at the end of the day. And that's the only way you do something that transforms your life. You get paid in such a way that transforms your life, where you can boldly say you make profit, and at the same time you can say you affect life, because that project you have done for them, you have solved the problem for them, and then you have helped their life.
I think whatever project you do,
is that on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
I'm thinking whatever project you do or business you do with somebody, even though they are the one paying you,
Yes.
and you rendering the service, it benefits the both parties.
Yes.
Because your quality work that you invest on that in your time, the outcome of the result, which is excellent, it has their own benefit.
Yeah.
And the profit you make it from that project is your own benefit.
Yeah.
So I think whatever you are doing, whether in business, in partnership, whatever comes out from it is for both parties.
And that's why you cannot afford to be at the mercy of anybody.
Yeah.
Because if you are doing the work you're supposed to do, it then means that it's a two-way flow, exchange of value. That is, as I give you, you give me. If I give you, you give me. If I take from you, you take from me. And that's the way it works. And I don't know if you have noticed some businesses these days, and they will tell you peace of mind. That is, we do it for you, what you get to get is peace of mind. They're simply saying that having done this with you, you have no worries as to authenticity, as to durability, as to quality of work that is done.